Well, you could have warned us.
Like this. Hi. Give us some warning, Vicky.
Nah.
I was like, quick, put my sunnies on.
So where are we, in the Commodus classroom? Or are we just on your feed? On your feed.
Oh,
You can actually speak.
Oh yeah.
Vicky is live now. Oh, there we go.
I'll share it.
Okay guys, hi, it's Nathan here from the Confidence Classroom. Today we are sitting and having an amazing morning with EJ Love. The amazing, well, EJ, would you like to explain what it is that you do?
Hi. What do? I do lots of things, mainly working around relationships, love, intimacy, sex, and coaching and healing in that area. And so, yeah, and I am here with these beautiful people, just having a long extended breakfast.
EJ's so cool, isn't she?
She is. She's just a beautiful person. And so we've just been talking about, about a few things. And yeah, so I think EJ's going to be like almost interviewing me right now.
Apparently.
You asked me the
Well,
question.
what was happening is I was talking to Nathan about him speaking on stage, and I think obviously that he's such an amazing story. And I was like, okay, well, how would you tell people? How would you talk? Because I think that so often we think that a speaker has to be a certain way, and maybe we don't talk because we don't think we have enough coaching, and we don't express ourselves as much as we could be. And so Nathan started to tell me his story and how, when he has done talks before, what he would say. And I was like, dude, you should totally be live streaming this. So that's what happened. So.
Alright, so do you want to, how do we want to do this? Do you want to just run ahead, ask me specific questions, and I will go into my background on this?
Well, I think what would be really cool is, we were talking the other day about the 3 questions that you get asked the most. And obviously the first one is, how did you end up in a wheelchair? Which, by the way, he's just been riding around on a scooter here, and which is so cool. So
yeah, it's awesome. It was one of the most scariest things I think of my life. If anyone has actually been to Bali and you've seen the Bali traffic and you've seen the infinite amount of scooters riding around, for some former wheelchair guy.
Oh, there's like nothing on the road.
Wait, here they come.
all coming, and then
So yes, so for some former wheelchair guy to get on a scooter in Bali is it's pretty intimidating, but I did it anyway because it's all about your own personal growth and getting outside of the comfort zone, which is what I've done. So I guess.
So how did you end up in a wheelchair?
So how did I end up in a wheelchair? That's a really good question, Vicky. Yep. So, alright, so let's just take a little walk down memory lane, shall we? And we're going to start with this. Alright, so for any of you guys that are watching, I'd like you just for a moment to listen to my voice, not so much the screen. And I'd like you to close your eyes, and I just want you to imagine for a moment Sue or...
Let's flip this screen around so that you can hold it.
Alright, beautiful. Alright, so for a moment I'd like you to close your eyes, and I'd like you to just picture a 2 or 3 year old, a very, very young person who you may know to be a son or a daughter, niece or nephew, or maybe a close family friend's child. Alright, and I want you to just feel that connection that you have with that child, and all the love and all the joy that child has in their life, and how they show up every day. And and now that you have that connection, that feeling about that little person, I'm going to share with you how my life began. So at the age of 2 or 3, just days before Christmas, my mum and my dad and my baby sister and myself all climbed into a car on the way to my father's Christmas breakup. And, you know, now I was told, you know, Santa's going to be there, so that's pretty cool, right? So, you know, what 2-year-old isn't going to be like totally, oh my gosh, Santa's going to be there? So, you know, so absolutely over the moon. And, you know, it was a pretty long trip. So, you know, on the way to this work Christmas party, you know, it's during the day, so it wasn't nighttime or anything. So we're listening to Kenny Rogers in the car, and it's all cool. And you know, back then I knew every word to every one of his songs. But you know, Mum's singing, Dad's singing, my sister Beck's in the capsule next to me doing her goos and gars, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna see Santa. And you know, we stop off at this little bakery and we get like a sausage roll and meat pie and got one on either hand. Like, oh my gosh, which one am I going to eat first? You know, really exciting stuff. Eating these, you know, pastries and on my way to see Santa. So, you know, we're travelling along, and all of a sudden, you know, couple of hundred meters up the road, lady decides I'm gonna cross over double lines, and I'm gonna just run straight headfirst into this vehicle, and bang, next thing you know, there's a massive car accident. Now, back in the day, they didn't have child harnesses in those cars. They didn't have all those cool, exciting, you know, seats and stuff, the boosters for the kids to be sitting in. I was sitting smack bang in the middle with just a seatbelt around my lap, and the impact of both cars travelling at top speed threw my whole entire body forward, leaving me paralysed from the waist down. My mother, who was in the passenger seat, also sustained several injuries, and my father had a few small injuries, nothing too major. But this is the way that my life really started back just before Christmas. So that is the story of how I became in a wheelchair.
Okay. All right. We'll talk. What was our next question for Nathan? So,
What is the other question people ask you a lot?
Well, there's, can I walk?
Yes.
okay. So Nathan, can you walk?
Well, I can, in fact, walk. And let's tilt it down. Alright, so it's taken a very long time, and over the years, like even as I was a child, I like after spending months and months in hospital and not being able to move at all, my sister Beck had gotten to the stage where, you know, probably a couple of years later or whatever, she was walking, she was crawling, you know, doing all the things that young children do. And, you know, what's a bigger brother going to do? You know, he's going to want to play with his sister, right? So I started dragging myself around and pulling myself up on furniture to stand, and, you know, and so as time progressed, I was actually able to get up and move around, and I had, over the years, had all these devices and contraptions strapped to my legs, which enabled me to stand for a limited amount of times and enabled me to take a couple of steps, but I was always forever holding on to things, or holding onto my mum's hand, or, you know, like had crutches. Never could I really walk freely. And then as I hit my early teens, I had several surgeries which put me in the wheelchair, really, like on a permanent basis. Because I'd spent so much time off my feet, you know, my body had just sort of deteriorated to the point where walking was just so difficult, and I just couldn't do it anymore. And then in the more recent years, I met my beautiful partner Vicky, who was a PT when we first met, who started working with me in a gym, and started building up my muscles and got things working, and now I walk without holding on to anything. So that is the answer to the question. Yes, I can actually walk.
Ooh, that's very cool.
Very cool.
Okay, so what is the third question that people ask you most, Nathan?
It's a pretty appropriate one.
It's not.
Can
No,
I?
appropriate for
Oh, well, yeah, well, it is. Like, can a guy in a wheelchair actually have sex? Would you like to answer this one, Victoria, being my fiance?
You answer it. So, the third most popular question that Nathan gets asked is, can he do the deed? Nathan.
Oh, we're back. Oh, sweet. All right, the question: can I, in fact, have sex? How do I put this? Yes. I don't know how to answer this. I guess I do it not like everybody else. I do it.
What?
No, hear me out. Hear me out.
You do it like everybody else.
No, I don't do it like everybody else.
Oh, tell them the story about how you went into becoming more awesome at sex to try and prove yourself.
Well, yeah, okay. I can feel a red face coming on. No, I think growing up, I was always told by doctors and that it would actually be impossible for me to do the naughty, and it was a case of, well, I had to actually I had to just turn that just. I had to prove the world wrong. I had to prove the doctors wrong. I had to prove to myself that not only could I do what everybody else that didn't have a disability could do, but I had to prove to them that I could do it better. So I actually went into studying the whole, thing. I went into studying all that to find the best solutions and ways with my abilities to do what it was that I did. And I'm proud to say that yes, I can actually have sex. Vicky?
He can.
And?
He can. And he's very good at it. He's like looking at me like, and? But were you told that you wouldn't be able to?
Yes, absolutely. I actually said that before, that I was told I wouldn't be able to have sex.
Yeah.
But now I can, just like my walking.
Now you can, just like you're walking, just like making the impossible
Totally possible.
possible. And like what areas of life and what do you think other people can take from that?
I think, my story is sort of, it's unique to myself because, it's my story, not anybody else's. But, my whole life has been about overcoming obstacles and, doing the things that I've always been told that I couldn't do. And, I was being made to believe, hey, this is actually a truth. This is something you need to actually believe is true. And, that don't give yourself false hope that you can do these things because, it's just going to be damaging to yourself. And, it's like, no, fuck that. I'm actually my own person and I will choose what I can and cannot do. I will make the choice to step up and I will achieve all those things that you said were impossible. And now, not only have I done them, I've gone above and beyond, and now I'm here to teach people that they can actually achieve anything they like. They can, they can do the impossible. It's just about putting your mind to it and trust. And you can achieve the impossible, and you can do anything you put your mind to. So don't hold yourself back. And Vicky.
I think that's really cool. You've lost all your viewers.
I know.
You were obviously extremely boring.
I know. What's with that?
I'm only joking. Like, there's one person on it. Nope. No, now they're all gone.
Oh, I can't see when people join.
Can't you?
No, it doesn't come up on mine.
So, EJ, is there any other questions that you in particular would like to ask me?
I don't know, we've had such a long chat this morning that I can't think off the top of my head.
Well, I think it's been really cool, and if you're just jumping on now, you should definitely go back and watch the replay of this. And Nathan has really shared how you can make the impossible possible, and you know, his is such a dramatic example. And I mean, you don't have to be paraplegic to be doing this sort of stuff. You can actually just take any situation in your life and make.
I'm so sorry. Did I mention that I'm a paraplegic who is riding a scooter in Bali?
Oh, we should go filming him on the scooter.
We should.
Yeah, maybe another time. Alright, so yeah, keep talking.
Oh, I forgot what I was going to say now. Oh, if you think that Nathan needs to get out there more and share his story, give him some love hearts. And I think that we need to give him more big ups to get out there and share it. It's really important.
Yeah.
Oh, my connection's weak.
Yeah, I know. Our connection is weak. Hopefully the recording of this goes out there. But yeah, I agree. If you think that he needs to get out there and just fucking do it, then, you know,
Share the live stream.
yeah, do whatever it takes. Just
Let your
let him
friends
know. Let him
I
know.
did an interview for Soul TV.
What's Soul TV?
A TV show that I'm part of.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There's big conversations going on here.
Yeah. There's a studio in Brisbane called Soul TV that I do talk for. And every so often I can have guests. So I think that would be amazing to have you as a guest.
That would be fantastic.
Yeah.
I will
Making
definitely
the
take you up on that offer.
possible and making the impossible possible.
All right, this is Nathan Wilburn, Vicky Lanini, and EJ Love, the ultimate sex and empowerment and relationship boss lady.
Boss lady.
Did you like that?
I like that.
Yeah, feminine boss lady. And yeah, she's been super insightful with her knowledge over the last few days, so I really suggest that you guys go check her out. EJ Love. EJ Love.
EJ Love.
EJ Love.
Come to town near you.
Okay, take care. It's your life.
Own it.